Hi there, Vicky Cosillo here, and I am going to make you some delicious Peruvian food today from my new cookbook, Peruvegan. It's all vegan, all Peruvian, and all delicious. And as a caveat, super simple too. So since you probably don't want to hear me blah 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 for 30 minutes while we're cooking, I took some liberties of starting the recipe ahead. So let me catch you up to speed and tell you what I've done so far. First of all, today I'm going to be making ajiaco de papas, which is a potato dish in Peru that's very cheesy, creamy, and homey. Super, super good and a nice, easy weeknight meal to prepare. So let me show you what I've done so far. So first thing you're going to want to do is to dice an onion into, finely dice. And you're going to go ahead and cook it in a tablespoon or two of olive oil until it becomes translucent. After you do that, you're going to be adding some ají amarillo paste. Now this is something that you're really going to want for Peruvian recipes. It's a paste made from Peruvian pepper that is indigenous obviously to Peru. You can't find them here in the United States, and it just really adds a distinct flavor to the Peruvian dishes, so you're really going to want that. So you're going to add a couple tablespoons of this to the onion after it's become translucent. Then you are going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric and another half teaspoon of smoked paprika. So you're going to kind of stir it around a little bit and let it saute for another minute or so. And then after that, you're going to take 4 yellow-skinned or white-skinned potatoes. You can leave the potato skin on if you want for added nutrition, but typically they do peel them in this dish, so you decide how you want to do it. So you're going to take 4 of these and cut them into dice, and you're going to add that to your onion mixture. And then you're going to add 1 cup of water and 2 teaspoons of Bragg's liquid aminos. And you're going to then bring it to, a low boil, and then you're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes until the potatoes are cooked through. So let me show you, that's kind of where we're at right now. Let me get a towel here. So look at that. This is just the onions and the potatoes, the spices, and the ají amarillo paste cooking. We probably got about 5 more minutes to go on this. So let me tell you what we're going to do afterwards. So one of the main things about Peruvian cuisine, typical Peruvian cuisine, is that it's super heavy on the dairy and the cheese and the eggs. Which obviously as a vegan we don't eat. So what I've kind of done with a lot of the recipes in my cookbook is that for the cheese or the queso fresco, I use a cashew cheese that I've developed. It's a garlic cashew cheese, and it's super, super tasty. Basically it is raw cashews, water, miso, salt, nutritional yeast, and a little bit of rice vinegar, and you puree that all in a blender, and it turns into this wonderful cheese that I add to everything, and you will surely become addicted to it. You might be found eating in a corner, like if your husband or wife can't find you, you could be found eating in a corner with a spoon in the garlic cream cheese, or garlic cashew cheese. So anyways, this is some cashew cheese that I made earlier, and that's what we're going to use to top off this dish. The actual recipe amounts are in my cookbook. That's another recipe that's in the Peruvegan cookbook. So when the potatoes are done, we are going to add soy milk. Unsweetened would be best, or you could use almond milk or hemp milk, whatever you wanted to use, any kind of plant-based milk. And then we're going to finish it off with some sea salt. And that's it. And then this dish is really, really tasty over rice and steamed greens. You could use braised greens if you want, but I like to steam them. And one of the easiest ways, or a little shortcut that I want to tell you about, is after you've cooked your rice, You know how you always have to turn off the heat and let it sit for 5 minutes so the rice doesn't stick to the pan? Well, that's when you can add your chopped greens and let them steam. And it's all in one pot. And it's easy to go, easy to clean up, and you don't have to actually steam them. So that's my vegan dog, Cassie, in the background barking. And she's barking because she wants some of these potatoes. Yeah, she doesn't usually bark unless she knows that I'm doing something important, and that's when she likes to bark. Okay, so anyway, so we're gonna lift this and we're gonna add the cheese, and we are going to add the milk, and we're gonna be done. So what you're going to do is you're gonna add half a cup of the cashew cheese. So let me get a measuring cup. Try not to lick it all yourself. It's so good. Okay, so we are going to add cashew cheese. There's my beautiful Cassie. And since she is truly the recipe taster for my cookbook and a true vegan, here she is lapping down my garlic cashew cheese. What kind of testament is that? You can't get anything better than that, can you? A doggy that loves garlic vegan cashew cheese. All right. So, double check my amounts here. So we're going to take this garlic cashew cheese, and feel free to add more. I like mine super creamy, so there's a little bit more cashew cheese. And you're just going to stir it around until it melts in there. And it melts really nice. And then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of soy milk. Oh, and I forgot, for added authenticity, you can have Peruvian music playing in the background. So 3/4 of a cup of soy milk. And about a teaspoon of salt, or to taste. And you're just going to stir this around until you incorporate all of it in there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the color and just the creaminess. This is one of my favorite dishes, especially since it's so easy and it comes together in like 5 minutes. So if your potatoes need a little bit more cooking, you can just, put them back on for another minute or two. But generally, they'll be done in about 15-20 minutes. And that's it. That's all you have to do for a delicious weeknight meal. Super easy, super fast, super tasty, and super vegan. And if you're interested in more recipes from my cookbook that are all Peruvian and vegan, it's Peruvegan by Vicky Cosillo, and it's available on Amazon in both paperback and Kindle. All right, stay tuned because I will be updating different videos on my website through Amazon and also on YouTube. So happy eating!